Yo guys, today I'm going to be checking out Hogwarts Legacy, and obviously you could tell I've pretty much progressed into the game, but I've pretty much gotten only a little bit farther than the tutorial, sort of. I mean, I'm still sort of in the tutorial. I haven't unlocked my skills yet. I think skills are called talents, so I haven't unlocked that yet, so I'm still sort of in the basics, but this is still going to be episode 1. So yeah, let's just check it out. So far, this game is really amazing, though. It's so much of a better experience, honestly, though. But, yeah. I mean, if they did, I would most likely be playing with Tebra1116 on this. I'm trying to learn a lot of spells right now so I can use them in fights. But, live as a student until Professor Fig returns. Alright, so yeah, I guess I'll do this. Wants me to successfully avoid enemy attacks by dodge rolling. Cast that. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I guess I just do that whenever I'm fighting. Alright, let's begin.
Hunter's onion again.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling
that's
it
how
is
you
to have everyone
introduce
back
the main
together
character.
again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and
Alright,
give
got
it
my
a
AirPods
fine
in.
tug.
Alright, pull whatever this thing is.
Oh, it's that guy.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil.
Alright, I understand that this is a greenhouse and everything, but, if they really have these things in here and it's gonna break the glass, I think it's kind of, unsuitable. Well, I mean, they could just, like, repair it with Reparo. I think that's what it's called.
Reparo.
Oh, yep, see, just there, I predicted it.
That. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go.
A bit
Splendid
mature.
work, everyone.
So the more mature they are, the, louder they scream, I'm guessing.
Our next task will be planting Dittany at our... I wonder
Garlic,
if-
that's an
Yes,
interesting
Professor.
name.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Yeah,
I'll say.
that makes
Nearly
sense.
went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected.
Whoa,
Now, as
they
I
can?
mentioned, next we'll be planting
crazy.
Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my
Alright,
start.
I guess we'll grow something.
Niffler's fancy,
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld
Whoa,
potion.
why
as
is
you
my
should know
inferno? Oh wait, never mind. That red thing's not for the inferno. That's my recording thing. Alright, so Dittany. What is... Alright.
Well
I guess I just have to wait and
Once
come
it can
back,
be
I guess.
harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading
Sometimes
out
I
of this
can't
room.
even tell that she's
Your
a professor.
classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Okay.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice work in defense against
yeah, I
the
don't
dark arts,
got
by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. Here we are. Home of it. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at
Oh,
it.
he follows me.
They'll do the rest.
Of course he's a Gryffindor. Hold the LB and tap this. Then tap that.
Look at that.
Huh.
Jump on anything they can get
Interesting.
their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Alright, I guess.
A reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Okay then. All right.
Relishing their new pots.
Girl from Uganda. I don't even know if I said that right. Girl from Ugadu. I think. I don't know. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And I'm going the wrong way again. I really like this, like, I guess waypoint thing. You just press D-pad up or whatever.
Someone from the ministry
And
guarding
it
the
shoots
school.
towards them. It's pretty interesting and cool.
Professor Black
Honestly.
would never allow it. It would make him...
Alright, so what class is this? Oh, potions making. I haven't been in here yet.
more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this
Potion
term
seems
by
a bit
brewing
interesting. I wonder how this is gonna
Wiggenweld
work.
Potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each
Yeah,
of you
I
will
know.
have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your
Thanks for those
own.
extra points.
You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Oh yeah, what's the points of the, like, I mean, what's the purpose of points? It's like points to Ravenclaw, points to Gryffindor or whatever. Like, does at
Use
the end of
a
the year
strong,
we get like
even motion when
something,
crushing
a-
your
a
ingredients.
prize? I don't know.
Please be meticulous when adding
Oh, it's
powder to
going
your
very
potions.
slow.
One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Cap. Oh, I dropped 2. Oh, I was supposed to. I thought I was supposed to drop 1.
So is this how you're gonna have to make potions every time you're gonna make more? Or...
I don't know.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent
Seemed pretty
exploits in
easy.
Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time.
Alright. Oh, I got
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Oh, yes.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm
don't
Gareth, by the
know,
way.
but okay.
Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Oh, never mind.
Pleasure to
Weasley's
meet you.
chill.
Wait, are you
But,
related to
still.
Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Never mind. He
I'll
seems
get you the
really
Fwooper
interesting.
feather, as long as you're certain
I got
Sharp
you.
won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Yeah, I got you.
Remember-
No problem.
Click that. Ooh, what's that? Let me guess, it's in here. Nope, made sense.
Whooper feather. Interesting. name.
Incendio!
Yeah, I think someone's got to clean that up.
Has a few potions on hand.
Here's the Fwooper feather
I
you
got you,
wanted.
my guy.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Yeah, sure.
Efficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed.
Oh, never
Patience
mind. I
and
guess
be
you just...
thorough.
You can just select it on a brew. Never mind. Honestly, it would be more cooler to actually make it yourself and then, rather than just letting it do it
And now
itself.
we add the mallow sweet, and that's
Oh,
odd.
that's happening.
Revelio.
I guess I'll check it around here.
Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Oh,
Dragon Dart! What happened?
well, that's actually pretty cool.
Well,
I can do that also.
What now,
Wow,
Mr.
nobody
Weasley?
claps to that.
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Oh,
Mr. Weasley did not do this on his
there
own.
we go.
His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I don't know if I want to go to him now.
Incendio.
Guess I'll just... Well, there's no easy way out now.
I brewed an Adura's potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time.
I'm in trouble, I guess.
You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
What? No. I
I'm
don't know
not
what
sure
you
what
mean,
you're
my guy.
talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Alright, let's check out the next location. Oh, not challenges, quests. Quest, there we go. Alright, now we can do this one. Unless these ones are nearby. Yeah, probably not. Alright, finally, I've made it here.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona was an need to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far. They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stand aside!
I hope you have your fill.
Ah, finally. Action.
Stupendous.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Stop right there! Hang on! We must hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere.
You take this, student!
Tell Rookwood to find me himself. Accio. Incendio.
How embarrassing!
Accio. Incendio.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
You all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Alright, let's check it.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each
Yeah, I think I see
has
that.
these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, you're talking about this. My fault.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
Yeah, I saw that.
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
No. Oh. Alright.
Lumos. Protego.
Yeah, that seemed like it wasn't going.
Incendio.
Oh yeah, it was here the whole time.
The flames make the pyre sink.
Yeah, that produced.
Yes, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful
Yeah,
out here.
wish I could say
now,
the same.
I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Nice one. Oh, nice.
Good of you to come.
Or at least
My
one
friend,
award.
Professor Fig speaks highly of you.
But that's
and
just at
your
least.
resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlry. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to jackdaws. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old one-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Appreciate it.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls. I recognize those owls. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. I'll take that, thank you. Revelio.
So this is where all the school owls go.
Accio. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws.
3 more. Did I miss them? Is there some down here?
Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh.
Well, something definitely died there. Like Harry Potter. Just can't. Maybe it's.
Accio.
Yep.
No statues here. Aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Nothing. This will do nicely. No statues here. I'd best keep looking.
What's this?
Levioso!
Always get those 2 spells mixed. Leviosa and Levioso.
What's happening?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another.
And followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity. But yes, why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Good deal. I hope it doesn't take much longer to get him out.